Hey, waiting for James too. So, we could do one of two things. We could probably even do both things, right? We can go on to the next move, move number 13. It's a green dragon emerges from the water. It's not a long move, but it probably would take the rest of the hour. Um, or we could review everything we've done so far, and we would do that in the classic way. So I would have you each do the form, lead the form, and I'd watch, and then I'd comment on one or two things. So that's the classic way to do things. I think we need to pick one of those. Catherine, what do you want to do?
Um, I think that would be better to review what we have done so far, but
But you want to go on. You
yeah.
actually want to go on, yes?
Mm.
Yes, okay. James, what about you?
I just got off a red eye at 8 o'clock this morning,
Oh
so
my God.
my executive functions are not. But I think I'm with Catherine. I think if I tried to review, we might get to about move eight before I.
You pooped out, huh? Okay, where were you flying from?
I went to Hawaii for a wedding,
Oh, excellent. Well, that's a nice place to
and
go.
there were a lot more activities than I expected.
Yeah. Well, hope you had a good time. Okay, let's go on to the next move. Let's hold on a second. I gotta blow my nose. Sorry. Um, it would be good to do. We'll go on for the next move today. It would be good to review the first half of the form sometime in the next couple of weeks. So maybe next weekend. So this would give you a week to just sort of practice a little bit, and it's not a test. No, it's not like you're trying to be perfect. It's actually the primary way that they teach in China. So you perform something, and then the teacher goes, okay, well that was good. This needs a little work. You need, blah 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 blah. That's how you move up. So let's do that next weekend. Another thing I wanted to get at too, and I'm sorry, a lot of other things have gotten in the way. We were talking about doing a sort of a Tai Chi book club on Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock, and I just put all that stuff aside while I was dealing with my issues. But I think we should go ahead and do that too. So maybe 2 weeks from now we can do the first session, and we'll start. I'll send you all a note on this so you know what to read. We're just gonna do one very 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 short poem, the first poem of the Tao Te Ching. But it's a really really important poem. Um, so I think what we'll do is we'll read it. I'll have you comment on it, and then I'm going to present some material, and then I'll have you comment on that, and then we'll just go through the whole rest of the book. Now, I think usually we won't do just one poem, but this first poem, short as it is, will take at least an hour, if not a month, to think about and actually get. All right, the next move is Green Dragon emerges from water. So let me demonstrate this, and I'm going to put it in some kind of context. So I'm going to start with drape body punch, which then goes into lean with back, which then goes into green dragon. Okay, so I'll call it out when we get there, so you know. So just watch this first time. Drape body punch. Lean with back. Green dragon. Boom. Okay, so you can divide Green Dragon, as with most of the other moves, into 3 sections. The first section is the punching section. So there are 4 punches here, and each of them is something different. So the first thing you do is block. Some guy's kicking at you. Hold on a second. Some guy's kicking at your knee, for instance. He's kicking at your knee here. You're standing here. He's kicking there. All right? So you relax down into your right quad. You relax down into the blue quad, and then you scoop. So his, or maybe he's punching at you, but anyway, an arm or a leg is coming in here. All right? It's coming in here. You scoop down and come underneath that and throw it over. That's the first thing. That throw, in the course of that throw, it turns from a defensive scoop into an offensive backhand. That may be on the guy who was just attacking you, and maybe his evil twin brother. All right? First thing, scoop. Second thing, backhand. So the dantian is turning, boom, 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 boom. Boom. All right, that's the first punch. The second punch comes from the other side, and it's a classic temple punch. So you're using these 2 knuckles in the front here. Scoop, backhand, temples. Right into his temple. Now the next one is also a temple punch, but it's not with these knuckles. It's with your little finger. All right, you crook your little finger like this. Think of this as a fine tool, right? Scoop, backhand, temple, temple. All right, why would you just use your little finger like this? Right? It's because he's blocking. Right? You start to throw this backhand, and he sees it coming, and he's just going to put his fist up like this to block you. So here's his fist, right? And he thinks you're just going to come and hit his fist. Well, you will hit his fist, but it won't be like that. Watch. He's going to go right around. And what's going to go around is that little knuckle. And that little knuckle goes right in the soft part of the temple. Boom. That's the idea anyway. Scoop. Backhand, that's 1. Temple, that's 2. Temple, that's 3. Now here comes my favorite. All right? You come back in to your waist. And notice how my hand is spiraling. That's just natural. Just come back in and then go out the same way your thigh is going out on the right and point. Every time you point, it's to get the guy to look at your finger. Right? Don't look at this hand, look at this hand, right? So you point at what you're going to hit, and he's going to look at that, and now watch. You drop down, and you go down the thigh. Right? Watch this. So what you're going to hit with is the side of the fist. It's called the fish's belly. Boom. I really like this punch. It's very simple, but it can really help you feel, if you get this right, it will really help you feel how you use your Dan Chen. Right? Even if you're jet lagged, right? Point. It's not my arms that do it. It's this that does it. Okay, so the first part is 4 punches. From lean with back, scoop down on the right, and then turn the Dan Chen to the left, come up and backhand, temple, little finger to the temple, point, punch. Now, one of the things that gets people on the 4th punch is it seems to be almost like you're backing up. And that's because you're using the full 360 degrees of the waist. right? So I'm here, I'm leaning to the right where I'm going to hit, but I move to the left, right? And it goes all the way around my back and comes out on this side and boom, goes down the arm. Okay, what's the punch for? And it's on the side. Well, you could be punching anywhere in the center of the body, the dantian, the bladder, the crotch. But what Master Feng would use it for is to punch the thigh. Right up at the sort of at the top of the thigh is where the big tendon is that then goes into the pelvis. You punch that, if somebody gives you a good punch there, you'll know exactly what I mean. It will paralyze your leg. That might only last for a few seconds, but that's all you need, right? You punch that guy, boom, right there. And it kind of shocks the biggest muscle in the body. You can actually punch anywhere down on that muscle, but especially at that place, right up where at the top of the fold here. One more. All right, sink and relax. Scoop. Backhand. Temple. Little finger to the temple. Point. Punch. Relax on the right, scoop, backhand, temple, little finger to the temple, point, punch. Relax on the right, scoop, backhand, temple, little finger to the temple, point, punch. Relax on the right, scoop, backhand, temple, little finger to the temple, point, punch. So this whole sequence is about using the arms to punch, but using them like this. It's not just that the energy goes all the way around the back there, it also goes all the way around the back up at your shoulders, right? So, right, you're punching on one side and then you're punching on the other. It's like this, right? It's the whole body that's punching. It's not this, right? That's focused on the arms. Instead, you want to focus on the center of the body. Right? Right? It's like being a bear. Yeah, or you think of it as a dance step. I mean, both sides of the body are going. It's not this. It's this. Boom. Okay, questions? Okay, so Catherine, let me see you do it. Good. All right, and James. Good. Okay. Let's go on to the next part. The next part of this, in this move, we shift our body orientation again. For the last couple of moves, we've been working in this orientation. Now we're going to shift and we're going to start working in that orientation. And we're actually gonna move backwards in the next couple of moves, but we're going to keep that orientation. So we've got a 90-degree shift to make, right? So after the punch, circle, bring your toe in, come up, and walk through. All right. So it's, as usual, it's the same 45 degree, 45 degree. After the punch, circle, and my right toes come in 45 degrees. Step up, and now walk through. Just a short step. It's not a big step. Just a very short step. In fact, don't even think about it as a step. It's just how you're standing. Let me do this starting in this orientation, moving toward this orientation so you can see what it looks like. I'm just standing here. All right? My right foot is like half the length of my shoes in front. It's not a big step. Is that clear? Okay. Let's do the whole thing together. Sink on the right, scoop, backhand, temple, point, punch, sink, roll. I'm on my left heel, all my weight's on the right. Now I'm going to shift all my weight to the left and walk through. Now the final part of this is actually quite easy, but you have to get the details right. Let me do it one more time. I'm going to start in this orientation and end up facing you. I'm going to do the whole thing. Sink, scoop, backhand, temple, point, punch, circle, foot comes in, step up, and watch this. Left hand and then right hand. All right, now I'm right in front of my own chest. All right, what I'm going to do now, we've actually done before in the form. I'm going to do what's called brushing the chest. Yes, Catherine, all right? Brush the chest. Brush the chest. When you brush the chest, it looks like you're doing something with your arms, but you're not. What you're doing it with is the core inside here. All right? When I walk around and I walk around and I hear, I'm up here in my Tanzhong. Right? Now I'm going to lower my chi. I'm going to lower my focus of concentration and my chi from here to here, specifically in the back. It's going to go from the front to the back. Boom, like this. Boom. That's what makes the hands do something. It's not this, it's this. Right? Boom. And then I'm going to spread my hands out. Right? I'm going to turn a little bit to the left, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I walk through, brush the chest, and 1, 2, 3. All right. Walk through, brush the chest, and 1, 2, boom, 3. Let me do it sideways. Brush the chest, and 1, 2, boom, 3. All right. Now I'm not. You don't do the Fajin, but that's there. That's what you would be doing. Boom. What are you doing when you're doing this? The chi's coming into the middle. It's going through the body, coming out the Mingmen in the back, and then it's circling around and going back in. So it's a figure 8. There are many places in the form where you do this. One, right up at your right breast. So your thumb knuckle is on your titty, all right? And then the left. It's not together. It's not together because your body is facing this guy. This is going to go first, and then this is going to come, and then that's going to come. So you have to remember here that your body does not start straight on to this plane, right? You walk through, well, you're actually turned a little bit. You're turned about 45 degrees. Now your toes are kind of pointing forward, but your body is more or less here. Brush the chest, open, and when you open, you turn even more to the left. And 1, 2, 3. Why do you do that? Because you're using the torque in your body turn to punch this guy. All right? You torque the body to the left, boom, turn it back to the right. It's just like a big screw. Kevin, does this make sense?
Yeah, it does. I'm just sitting there thinking, is that or is that not Old Man Strokes beard, or am I confusing?
Well, they call it Old Man Strokes beard. That's not a move. It's part of a move, right? Now they call it Old Man. Let me do a classic Old Man Strokes beard, right? I'm sorry, I'm not old enough to have a long, but imagine a long beard here, right? I'm stroking my beard. This brings up another topic. It's a little more advanced, but that's okay. If you watch good practitioners, you may notice that in many moves, they have to you have to set your push. I don't know how to explain it other than that. When you think about this move, you probably could just set your move at your own breast. All right, boom. That's set, and then you fire. All right. However, technically, Kevin's right. This is called Old Man Strokes His Beard. That means that the set is not at the breast. The set is behind the ears. Boom. Now, the reason that I don't teach it that way is the timing of these different parts is the most important thing. And I guess you could teach it that way. Go to your right ear and then your left ear and then forward. Well, I just do the breast. Just because it's close in on the core of the body, right? So it's 1, and then 2, and then 3. And the reason you do it that way is you're emphasizing winding up. 1, 2, 3. Unwind, right? Now, if you want to go up behind your ears, this is a classic way to set a push, right? Is right behind the ear, and boom, boom, down it goes. However, you can do it either way. Is fine. All right, so that is the move. Now, one thing I should say, the push is big. Many of the stepping exercises we do in this form are very small, but this one's actually big. All right. So you're taking a giant step forward. You're almost sort of, right, you're flying. Boom. Because it's your body momentum that makes this effective. Your body weight, whatever. Okay, let's do the whole move. Sink on the right. Scoop. Backhand. Temple. Pinky to the temple. Point. Side punch. And toe, right toes in. Right? The left side, right? The left side is turning. The left side turns, and then the right side turns. And brush the chest. Turn the body to the left. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Questions?
I don't have the turn right. So when you finish the thigh punch, the hand and the weight shift, or the hand
Okay,
move and the weight shift.
let's do the weights all the way through the move, and that's actually kind of the trickiest part, Jim. So let's just take some time and get it right. Right? Weight to the right. Weight to the left. Weight to the right. Weight to the left. Weight to the right. Weight to the left, and then back to the right. And weight to the left. Toes come in. No weight on the right. All right. Weight is totally on the right now. Walk through. Weight is on the left. It's on the left. It's on the left. Boom. It's on the right. At the very end. Let's do it again. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. A little to the left and back to the right. Left. Right. Left. And right. All right, no weight on the left. One more. Right, left, right, left, right, left, little to the left and back to the right, left, right, left, and right. Now, I should explain something. When you watch someone else do this, you're going to see something a little different than what I'm doing. Let me demonstrate how Master Feng does this. Did you catch that? Did you catch what he was doing? Okay, I'll call it out. Both hands together, like he's holding something. They both sweep through. Then brush the chest and finish. That's not what I do. What I do is this. What I just taught you is this. Left side goes, right side goes. So you're losing one of the functions in there, but you're gaining other functions. And from the movement point of view, I just like that. It just feels good to do it that way. It's a way of turning where first you're turning with the left. First you're turning and then you follow with the right. 1, 2. One, two. Does that make sense? Good. Okay. Let me see each of you do it. Catherine, why don't you do the whole move? Left, and then right. Good. All right, James. Good. All right, James, you've got all the pieces. I think your flight exhaustion is getting the better of you. All you did was forget the fourth punch. All right. So punch 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you turn. Boom, and off you go. Okay, guys. Good. I'll get this up later this afternoon, and you can take a look at it, and just practice the whole form as we know it before next weekend, and then we'll go over some stuff next weekend. Okay, guys, have yourselves a great day. We'll see you later.